Hello, everybody, and welcome to round one of this season 3 of RRA. We're back after what feels like long. Back here in Manila Bay, racing around the streets of Manila Bay to kick off your season 3. Watching us here at round 1 for qualifying. Practice yesterday. Everything's been good. No issues. Everyone's having fun. Lots of new tech, new cars, new drivers. And this is where it gets exciting to see who the quickest driver today. And we've got a lot to choose from. A very diverse grid. No one's really set to be better than anyone else yet. Well, maybe a few, but we don't know yet. That's the point of qualifying. I am joined by my co-commentator today, who is usually Astros, but he's not here today. So we have Joshua alongside me.
Hello.
Yep, that's him. You all know him, probably. Maybe not. I'm more known. I'm quite famous. He's not. But we all go. The pit lane is open. The cars are out on track. And here we go for Q1. 10 minutes to get your fastest laps in to proceed to Q2. And if Josh would like to tell me how many people are going to be out of this Q1 session.
Well, of course, there's supposed to be 20 drivers on the grid, and we're following like the standard F1 qualification elimination. But not everyone is here today. The news that Edox is leaving RRA, which they just announced, so no 10th team will be present, and there will only be around 18 drivers this weekend.
Yeah, and that is the almost shock news of the weekend. First weekend in.
Shocking news.
Yeah, Edox, team principal, owner, and driver, I think. I don't know anymore. Christian leaving and taking the team with him. So, spots open for a new team to come in. But that may be. Speaking of new teams, we do have a few new teams this season. Starting off with Venturi, who is a new prospect, to be honest. Own a very well structured team. Already got engineers here working on the data, looking at the data on the pit wall. The drivers, Dommy Space and Chase Elliott fan. Don't know if both of them here, but they're listed drivers. Very excited team. Got Craig, Castronics, and Fanan.
Which have been noticeably absent the past weekend.
Yep, it's almost like I told you so. But they're a new team.
It's Audi all over again.
It really is. Not again. I'm having flashbacks. PTSD. And the other team, which is Rizrin Esports, who I can't tell you their drivers because their garage doesn't actually have a banner. So if anyone knows them. Funky Fox and some other dude. So yeah, the other guys staying. A lot of new drivers. Some of the old drivers still here. GP are looking very strong with their driver lineup. Mainly Noah Gamer, who's been blistering the times, to be honest, through testing and probably practice if he was here. But he is here actually. You'll see his name down there in 14th place as they come across to set a lap. And is that a Kaizen without a wheel? Yes, it is. That's always good. Turn 1. And that is Lucibot already. And he's getting into a new car. What the point is of damage if they can just get a new car, I don't know. But there you go. Damage, that's a new thing. That's an exciting thing.
I think it's going to be a very important part this season.
It will be.
It's gonna
especially
be
on tracks like this.
On a street circuits like Manila. It's gonna change the game entirely.
For sure. And especially in race conditions. Qualifying and practice, not so much. When you're in the race, you can't afford to lose that time. And it will come very important, just like Josh said, in street circuits, which we do have a few this year. We've got here Manila, we've got Miami, Monaco, which is on the calendar. An exciting one. What else is there any? Singapore, of course.
Singapore, yeah.
Yeah, forget that one. So a lot of those you're going to have to be very careful of the damage. Because, like I said, fine in quality and stuff, not so much in a race condition. We'll see how important it is tomorrow. For the race, which is looking very good, very exciting. Rizrin do actually have both their drivers here. So there you go. I think one of the only teams, along with Apollo. They also have their own team. Oh, both their teams here, which is good. We'd like to see them. We'd like to see as many drivers as we can. Obviously, makes it more competitive. Speaking of Apollo, bringing back randomizer and a new driver, I think. That's what it says on the garage, at least. Don't know if he's
Charles
here.
LeGreg.
Yeah.
I'm not
Okay,
sure.
there you go. Charles
Yeah.
LeGreg, who's on track right now.
It's been
Don't know what
known
his
that
actual name is.
Randomizer isn't really well accustomed to this new tune, which is going to be interesting considering that he was a race. What did he win a race last season? I think I robbed him of a race.
Yeah, he won. He won 2 races, but one of them got taken away. He won in
Yeah,
Mexico, but it got disqualified because
we don't talk
wasn't
about
there, frankly.
Mexico. That didn't
And
happen.
something else as well. So he won
As we
somewhere
are
else.
halfway
Terrible
into
from us not remembering
qualifying,
that.
the first qualifying session, Mr. Muxtro leads. There are only around 6 drivers who have set a valid lap time.
Yeah, and you'd think on a street circuit it'd be relatively hard to not, or relatively hard to get a corner cut, but there is some actually wide parts of this circuit. It's what makes it very
Yeah,
unique. You can
this
go
is
from a very
the
tight environment to a place where you do have to be very careful of running wide.
Yeah, this is the third version of the Manila-based street circuit. This season, it has been revamped to be a little bit more realistic. We got runoffs,
Nice looking
especially
runoffs as
on
well.
turn 1, turn 3 after the long straight. The few corners before the start straight, pretty big runoffs.
Yeah, the evolution of this track has been for the best, actually. I don't think it's not stayed the
Yeah,
same, has it? It's
the
changed every
track
season
they
pretty much.
used to be super tight, no runoffs at all, and a mistake will cost you the entire race. As
Exactly.
the yeah, it was a very tight circuit. It's a bit more free now. It's a bit
Yeah,
more.
and as Acer 1 takes P1 for Sunset, a new driver for them. And is that the track record I'm hearing? It is.
With a
There you go.
116.1.
Already 116.197.
That's a track record.
It
Confirm?
is. Yes.
I thought it was
Um,
115, but yeah.
The driver who I was most expecting to be breaking that is actually down in 4th right now. Noah game with BooGP, who's been the favorite for a lot of people. BooGP seems to always be the favorites for a lot of people. Last year there's a bit more mix, but I think there's more teams in it this year. Last year was Dakar FC pretty much. He was leading the front. Retired now, so we
Yeah.
don't have to worry about that. So it should be hopefully a lot more competitive. And actually, throughout testing, I have been pretty negative towards the other teams which are set to look to compete, like Sunset and Apollo. Maybe even, I don't know. I don't know what that team is.
I think
Who does
the
Mr.
teams
Mixo
that
drive
are
for?
looking the teams that are looking very strong right now are eSpirit and BootGP. There's BootGP. They still have great
Yeah,
drivers.
Easter, that's the
Even
one.
after the Care's retirement, they have Noah and the third wheel,
Of course.
who can be faster than Noah sometimes. We've seen it in preseason testing.
Yeah, and I think that time from Acer should be a statement to these teams that
Yeah.
maybe they were just slacking and running different programs in testing and practice, which they're a team that Sunset are actually very detailed in their approach to the season. Some have mocked it, not naming names, me. But it might work. Who knows? It might work. There was rumors actually that they would get a new engineer, which fell through. Unfortunately, what a sad thing for them. Astros 52, who was rumored, I quote rumored, to join the team as an engineer. Sunset GP being one of them. GP, all that stuff, which could have been good, but who knows? Maybe Sunset GP can do it without him.
Well,
Yeah.
2 minutes are left in the session. It's very important to get a lap time right now. These qualifying sessions are very short, so you have to make the most out of it, as only 5 people haven't set a time out of the 16 drivers on track right now.
That's worrying. With 1 lap left, pretty much. Acer 1 is on a purple sector 2 right now, and a decent sector 1 could be set up to beat the record again. Who knows? We'll see. Wherever he is, the last sector, I believe. Yeah. Coming to the final 2 corners over that big long curb. which the pit lane is very interesting here. Obviously, you
He's
see there right in front.
he'll start straight, and he
Oh,
gets
oh no, that's not him. That's a Spark. But Acer 1 coming now.
into purple
Where is he?
sector 2.
I can't see him. Oh, here he is, out of the
There's a
final.
randomizer who crosses the line. His lap is invalidated.
And it's no, that's not him either. There's too many red cars. Tell. Where even is he? Well, he's not got the purple sector 2 anymore. Luchibot actually has the purple sector 2, the 14.5, which is impressive.
With an improved 24.6 in the first sector.
Indeed, and Acer invalidates his sector 3, and it is a minute-long sector 3. Don't know what's going on there.
I think he went somewhere. That's a minute sector 3. Definitely
I'm
not a
interested in
pushing lap time.
watching Luchibot, the Kaizen, who last season sort of shocked us at the end of the season. He had a lot of good performances coming through the final corner now.
Did he have a podium final race?
He had a few, yeah. And that is a new fastest lap by a tenth of a second exactly, and a new track record. That is surprising, and it's a very, very good lap. The former Sunset GP driver.
Dominated in pre-season testing, so this is definitely a surprise to see a Kaizen go on top.
It is.
In a qualifying session.
It also raises the question of, have Bucci been the only ones that have tried throughout pre-qualifying? There's a lot of teams that put laps in throughout testing. There's no doubt a lot of data, which is why it kind of made us think that Bucci would run away with everything and just boss it. But maybe everyone else was just paying attention on getting the data to actually help them boost and fuel modes and all that, which is obviously new to this season as the checkered flag comes out. And there's still 4 drivers without a time, which is worrying. And that is Vestergaard, Guialves, who is actually driving for Sunset this weekend for Geordie, who is not here, and some other dudes. Funky Fox, Rizarin, Chase Elliott. Oh, there you go. Who was that? Vestergaard gets a lap. But at the end, last lap, he manages to get a lap in. But is it good enough to get through? Maybe? I think so. 3 people out, right?
I believe it's up to top 15. And since there are only 17 drivers right now.
There you go. He manages to get through. So the last driver that will be able to get through pretty much. As Guialves, I believe... Don't know where he is. Well, he is in Sector 3, and he's valid unless he's boxed. Is he out on track? Oh, he's gone. Well, there you go. So no, that he's not going to get into anyone else. And I don't think anyone else is on the track. That's it. The driver's out. Guialves, Nicolin, and Funky Fox. Disappointing debut for Fox in the Rizarin. New team. And apparently is a good driver, but that's not really represented here. So, and the driver's now lining up for... There's someone on track. Why? Venturi, apparently. As they line up in the pit lane. Usopp is a driver who we haven't talked about in Kaizen, who was in Braun last season for a bit. And then I think he went to Kaizen near the end. He was very good, actually, in Braun. He got a lot of podiums and was often considered for the race win. But something happened to him. I qualified 7th in that Q1 with a 1:17.8. Obviously about 1.8 seconds off a pace of a pole lap for now. We're going to call it a pole lap because it seems like that track record is being beaten. And if it's being beaten by someone like Luchibot, could be definitely beaten by some of the other guys here. As you can see them just through the fence, all lined up, waiting to go.
I'll be posting the qualifying one in the server, and then we can start with the second session.
So just to recap, for all of you who may have just joined, Luchibot tops Q1 with a 1:16.097 track record, followed by Acer 1 in the Sunset, 1:16.197. Mr. Muxjo in the E-Spirit with a 1:16.6. Another quite impressive drive there. Randomizer, who was a lot of people's championship favorite. Just died. I don't know. He's here. Mr. McShow is in the pit lane. He's wheel to wheel for some reason. The spirit. I am talking to my imaginary
Wait a
friend,
minute.
by the way.
Can you reset the times? Do you have perms to reset the time?
I do not. And,
I think we have to
Oh, is
server
it?
reset.
Yay! It's not RRA if something doesn't go wrong.
There's nothing wrong.
What do you mean? Always something wrong. Darky. Oh, he's the other Rizarin. Of course. Oh no, I've been kicked. Damn it. I was behaving as well. And we're back. Back 100. So slow. Anyway, that's me. Return. For Q2. Miraculously, everyone's back into the pits. Yeah. So yeah, Q1 was rather exciting.
Very exciting.
Very, very exciting. There could be... I mean, if that
shouldn't
Q1
be
tells us anything, it should be an entertaining joust for pole. If expected
I
drivers like
definitely agree.
Luchibot
If
or...
we had a Kaizen go fastest
Exactly.
in Q1, we're gonna have a
They're
good
never the
weekend.
fastest. What is Kaizen again? Don't know. That's how surprising it is for them to be on pole. Might have to actually delete the league if they win the championship. Imagine that.
Okay, so
Here's an interesting story.
P17 to P15
This will
for
interest no
the races
one
in
because
Q1.
none of you will know who it is. But Zoho, who is the new team principal of Boot GP. Random, I would say, but he's doing a right job. They complain a lot down there. Can't lie. They do like to
They
complain. Here he is, looking like I don't know, a boxer in a bathrobe. I can only say. Yeah, just a weird signing. He's the only really known. He does have ties to Hanabe, who's the team owner, from all the way back in the old days, in a little league.
Yeah, he's in fact the only team owner from season 1 that is still here.
Yeah.
Chris Zun was supposed to be along with Bhutan, but now he's retired. Bhutan's the only one from season 1.
Exactly. And I'm just very excited as a CTF is parked. We're gonna wait as they go again. CTF is parked in a spot. So slipstream is a thing, right? There you go. So some of the drivers hanging behind. Mama just told me there in the E-Spirit and CTF. They're hanging behind. They don't want to get caught up in any wake from anyone. And like many people, I'm surprised there isn't much of a slipstream competition going on because there are long bits of the circuit. Mainly after turn 1 is pretty long. There's just a lot of, even if they're not long, there's a lot of straights. Medium-sized straights.
We have to consider the DRS zones, you know, the new tech for this season.
Exactly. And DRS, that's awesome. There you go.
It is automated right now. It will be enabled automatically, but during the race, you have to be within another driver's slipstream in the DRS zone to get DRS.
We already have a crashed car. It is...
Really?
Yeah, it's gonna be the Rizarin of some dude. Yeah.
Some dude.
Some dude. I don't know the names. Don't bully me.
Takes about 60 seconds for a car to despawn, so in some way that is sort of a penalty considering that there's only
Ooh,
10 minutes in a
like this great.
qualifying session.
And there's another one. Why are you doing that on the outlap? Even I can stay out the walls here, guys. Maybe going outrageously slow, but come on. There's the new turn one is Mr. Show going round, which was previously there was a wall around the whole thing, and it was like a weird, almost roundabout, pretty much, which I think is what it actually is. But there's a lot more opening now because there was a lot of crashing there, which is good. Big orange sausage curb, along with the actual curb. Bilar hanging around waiting for the slipstream now, as it's more important for these ones. I'd say more in Q3. I'd wait for that, but well, you want to get into Q3 first, so you're gonna want to get on that because. Yeah, it could be. I mean, who knows? Maybe Lucha only got that lap because of the slipstream. No one knows, or at least I don't know how powerful it is, combined with the DRS on a track like this.
Randomizer.
I imagine pretty
Start
powerful.
straight through the final corner. He gets.
Darky has spun in the strangest fashion ever at turn one. Went round, ate a lot of the orange curb, and I could hear him on the throttle. Redlined it and went round. So, yeah, he's complaining of lag. That's his problem. I heard him very much on the red line. We got a turn one. As the same
with
turn one.
With tire wear, the turn one roundabout, it's very easy to get oversteer off the throttle after the roundabout corner.
Because people want to take a tight line and then immediately shoot.
You can get very trigger happy, but you get punished for that.
Is right there. And the lines I'm seeing seems to be they hit that apex, take a lot of the inside curb, and get very close to where that wall starts, which is, I suppose, where we could see a lot of drivers spinning out, and then immediately going for that curb for turn two, what is effectively, which they take a lot of, actually. They take the whole curb. And you can see, if you get the right angle, they all get the rear out coming out of turn one. It's actually very nice camera angle.
And you'll get a lot of speed off the corner. And considering that this is a very long straight, probably the longest in the calendar, maybe.
Maybe. Miami's is pretty long. Miami does have a pretty long one. But yeah, it's just good to see there's these cars which are brand new. They're not really anything like last season's, maybe in some aspects, but you can tell with how they're driving them, there's so much more power. And you can tell it as they come around turn one. As we go to turn one, there's a car coming now, and you'll be able to see there's that sort of oversteer. If you get the right guy going on a hot lap, you'll see it, and it looks really cool. That's what I'm trying to say. So that'll be a good angle for tomorrow's race for sure. Go through turn one, as there'll probably be a lot more people spinning. Your vision will be impaired, and we've talked about turn one way too much already. So let's look around. As Dakar 2 is in attendance. Would you look at that? The man who said he was retired and would never touch RRA ever again.
Yeah, that's for sure.
These guys, they never make their mind up. Is that dude flying? It looked like it. I know I game again very slowly.
Is that no gamer with a 116.031? Is that a track record?
It is. The last one was a 116.079.
It's a bit hard to tell what the track record is since we have 24 hours of free practice. It's a bit hard to define.
Yep. But that is by about 400ths of a second.
That's a big gap.
116.079 was the previous one. As Woosop goes P3, the Kaizen could surprise us all, actually.
Yeah, they're definitely the surprise. Musupi is P3 right now. Lucibot has yet to set a time.
Yeah. As well as CTF, who did crash on that outlap. You'd still expect it to be out there.
Still has no time.
And also Charles Lil Greg.
Now, now CTF has a lap 1 minute 19.5.
Yeah. Asa again up for there. About 4/10 off though. There's plenty of time. There is an abandoned e-spirit. Don't know who that is.
Both
Well, there's only
E-Spirits P5 and P6. Mummy ahead of Mr. Muxtro by 0.1, I believe.
interesting.
Yeah, the E-Spirit team look very promising. They have two incredibly consistent drivers. Mummy, I believe, was
Mummy's been here for a
P2.
long time.
Yeah, P2 in the driver's standings, I believe, last season, next to Dakar.
Yeah,
Mr. Muxtro was a race winner in season 2 with Boot GP. Both are incredibly good drivers, and I think they're contenders for constructors.
for sure. There's a lot of good teams that
Yeah,
last season.
it's so
Last
hard to
season
predict.
there was a lot of just. When I say that, I mean teams that are consistently there. You know, like for example, Sunset today they only had one of their main drivers out there, and the reserve driver who probably had less running mains and less of more experience going out in Q1. Apollo is another team with both of them. Boot GP, not. I've only really seen Noah Gamer the whole time that I've actually watched any of the sessions so far. That's pre-season and practice. Only seen Noah Gamer. And Rizzarin obviously getting knocked out, or one of them getting knocked out. Both the Venturis making Q2 on their debut. They
Chase
got
Elliott
lost
with
then.
1 minute and 17.
Yeah. They're a team that were, in my eyes, interesting, as in they could make an impact, but right now they're
Acer
looking
goes
in the
fastest with a
field.
1 minute point 15. That
There you
I believe
go.
that's a track record.
The first one, 15, but Woos up.
Usupi has a
Um,
purple sector 2 with
yeah,
14.6.
Woos up. Wherever he is. So track him down.
Where is he? Dutsebot goes up to
Woos
P5.
up. I don't think Woos up is. He is. I don't know where he is. He's here. Somewhere. Oh, I think this is him here. Into the final corner.
As there
Maybe.
is
Yep.
less than 2 minutes left into the
Ooh.
session. Oh yes,
And
He's going out of the pit lane on a new car.
it's the other one. I don't know then. I can't see the names. Okay, man. And yeah, everything's calmed down a little bit. Coming to the pit, changing tires, which is a thing now. Lots of new
One
tech, which
noticeable
most
thing
of it
is
will come into play tomorrow.
Polo Motorsports P8 and P10 definitely not what they were hoping for,
Not at
considering how
all.
they were in the battle
Surprising,
for
actually.
P3. Yeah, Randomizer hasn't been doing well with the tune lately.
Yeah.
Claims that it's been rigged.
Of course he has. Randomizer. See, some drivers are just better off. Last season, Noah Gamer was driving to Sunset GP, and he was terrible. I'm not
He,
gonna lie.
yeah,
In
he
the
did not
tunes,
like the tune.
but this one suits him more now. And these tunes have been tested to hell to make sure they're good by veteran drivers like Dakar, who likes them. Not coming back though. Noah Gamer likes them. Most of them seem to like them. Just some of them can't get to grips. Doesn't suit their driving
As
style.
the session is about to end, top 10 will
5
only get
seconds.
through the final qualifying session.
One. Taking things out. And whoever that was doesn't make the lap. It was a Kaizen. But yeah. Exciting times. That was Lucha, but I believe that didn't make the lap. Oh no, it was Wusop. I don't. But
As it stands right now, P11 and 12 CTF and Kalin are out for the session. So this is a track record.
Yeah.
Is 7.743.
We already knew that. But yeah. That's dangerously far away from all the other guys, actually. They'll be trying to get on that. I'm surprised Noah hasn't just been one every
It's a
time.
pretty big gap. I think
Yes.
there's little margin for error considering that it's only 10 minutes of qualifying time.
Yeah, well, God knows
So
who's actually still
yeah.
trying to gather data, to be honest. I know that Zohul and Bhutan are here, and they are actually very into getting data. To be honest, they could still be getting the data. Using these sessions for that. So it'll be interesting to see how much fuel they can take out or whatever. God knows.
No, we have to restart.
Oh, that session was boring. You rejoin us for Q3. Here I am. That's me in the pit lane. Hello. Very exciting times. It's gonna get pole. Name of the game. Qualifying
The top
Q3.
10.
Whoever's in, I don't know. A lot of people. Probably top
We can
10,
talk
as you said.
about the final 10 finishers fighting for pole.
I don't actually know who. Asa 1 was fastest as they are let to the end of the pit lane. For the final shootout, which should be a more exciting one. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Really gorgeous billboard right next to the exit. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Get that in. Get that in the. Put that in the shot right there. There you go. Beautiful billboard.
Don't have to watch, you can eat dinner.
It was what cameraman stitched us with his biased camera angles. You will only be able to watch Asa as he's a yob. But
Man.
he's not here. We can talk as much as we want about Blade. I hate Blade. It's okay. He won't see this, I don't think. Over the white line. Penalty. Get him out. Which car is your favorite, Joshua Dev? Which looks the
In
best?
terms of which look, that's a tough choice. I have to say the Venturi.
Yeah, I'd agree. Are they actually running the normal livery now? No.
No, I'm
They're
not
running-
talking about their black. I actually prefer their silver livery.
I know. Why are they running the black ones though? When I was
I mean,
testing?
they're all black livery. Still pretty good, but
It's not as good as the silver
yeah,
one.
I agree.
I prefer the silver. It's just cooler. We'll maybe see
As
it
we
next
head
weekend,
to
I
the
guess.
final shootout for pole,
Yes.
everyone will be getting
How
their laps in.
exciting. How exciting. How many people waited behind? Because this is one which everyone's going to want their substream. Jet lag. I'm jet lagged from all this traveling to wherever we are. Philippines. Yeah, all right. So, the streets of Manila filled with sound of these new sounds, the turbo
Much better than
hybrid
last season.
V6s. Yeah, of these turbo hybrid V6s, which upon startup, if you've heard the startup, sound amazing. Because look at them all bunch up. Look at them all bunching up there. Um, sort of, they were a bit. I was like, our cameraman's decided to come back. He just talking about
Wow.
him. I was gonna say you, but they can't. Yeah,
Yep.
we said how nothing. No, we were saying how we hate you. But randomizer, who's your pick for poll, Joshua Dev? Let me know.
Uh,
Me.
I don't know really.
I don't
It's
know
either
either.
between Acer or
I'm gonna
Noah,
say.
but I have a
Can I go
feeling
on a
Acer
limb? Can I
will
say
shoot up.
Luchibot?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say Luchibot.
Oh
The
yeah. I
wild,
did forget about him.
young, wild, and free. That is me.
That's the thing. It's so unpredictable. You don't know who's gonna shoot out people.
Exactly. From a realistic point of view,
It's
I'm gonna
it's so hard.
say. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Asa found a pocket of space that no one knows about. Or did he just get it by luck? Some slipstream and a DRS. We'll find out. I think it's gonna be between Noah, Asa, and Luchibot though, because Luchibot could have just been. I did not accidentally press mute there. Trust me. As I think Achabot has actually reset. Oh yeah, he crashed. That's not good. Have to do another outlap.
Yeah, it is very costly if you're gonna crash. You have a minute cooldown before you can spawn your car again.
Ooh, that's not. Funky. That's bad. And he's gonna spend another minute doing his outlap. If he crashes again, yeah, I like that. That's good. I never knew that. I didn't know there was a cooldown. Someone
As
else has
both
done it as
Kaizens,
well at turn one.
they
It was
get
a
their early
Ridgerin.
laps in.
This Ridgerin at turn one again. This time he's actually like beached it on the sausage curb. It goes. And we wait for the sunset to come out again.
Pretty sure B2, if you B
Oh,
tools
and
it,
Noah
it
Gamers
won't
also had to reset and go back to garage.
if you B tools the car, if you delete it with B tools, I don't think it's gonna spawn again. Just
I think it
saying.
will. I did it all.
No,
I've
no,
done
no,
it
it
every
doesn't.
session.
I tried it. I tried it. It doesn't. Trust
I've
me.
done it with every session though. They've been fine.
What?
I did it in Q1 and Q2. They've been fine. If not, lol. That's all
Then
I
I'm
can
in
say.
danger.
Sums up me. But they'll be fine. I think he's already on track again. So
Luchibot,
yeah, he is.
the main
There you go.
straight.
Noah Gamer P1 1:15.8. Is that a track record? Don't know.
No, that's .1 away from the track record, but
Oh, there
still,
you
that is
go.
a
Told
very
you.
fast
Noah
lap.
Gamer right back into the fight. I did it again. I pressed mute again. Terrible.
As Acer, with a fairly good lap. First sector of 25.082. Sector 2 is 15.668. We should be seeing him go out into the straight and see what lap time he can muster up.
Mustard. I hate mustard.
Mummy crosses the line, he gets his lap invalidated.
Asa 1 out of the pits. Finally. So, yes. You can respawn the car if it's Beatles.
Half of the session time has been passed.
That's gonna put him under pressure.
He only has maybe 1 or 2 laps to set.
Can he take the pressure?
Time.
That's given he doesn't crash again. If he crashes again, then no. That's dangerous. And there's no one on the sunset pit wall. I'd imagine there's someone magically telling them what to do. As actually one of their engineers is playing F1 2021 in a different server. So always good.
As we only have 9 drivers this qualifying session, someone
died.
someone
that
ditched.
will be it's oh no, there you go.
Chase
it was
Elliott.
Chase. who just
only has
just
4
came
minutes
across there.
to set a time.
Yeah.
As Noah Gamer
4 minutes
with a purple
and 20.
sector
Yes. Go on board with him. Noah Gamer. Or not. It's fine. Yeah, okay. We're not going to go on board with Noah Gamer. We're going to go on some random Rizarin for some reason.
1. Blades here.
On the pole lap. I don't know. I'll go on board with him, personally. He's looking good, though. Nothing special. Well, I say nothing special. It's still a very good sector 2.
14.7 on his sector
That was
2.
very much on the curb. Out of the penultimate corner, into the final one. Keeps it in.
Getting slipstream to chase.
It's not.
He doesn't improve.
It's still a good lap. It is still.
He still remains
a
on pole.
lap. Yeah. And Woosop is the next driver. Who's, never mind, coming out of the pit lane. He was second, actually. Luchabot also. Luchabot's
rounding
on
up the final
a
corner.
decent lap.
On the start straight with DRS.
Across the
Let's see what
line.
time.
Not an improvement, but he improved.
He hasn't improved lap time, but he still remains in third.
Yeah, Mr. Muxter is also double greens. Wherever he
Let's
is.
go on board with him.
Yep, coming into
He's
the final
also
corner.
about to cross the line.
Acer 1 goes second. We didn't notice him.
Oh, a little bit of
161.
oversteer at the final corner.
Definitely, and that puts him third.
But he does improve.
Knocks
With a
the
1 minute
Kaizens down.
16.5. It's a Kaizen 4.5.
We'll be able to get one more lap in those guys. But it'll be consecutive, so they'll have to charge now, go on the tyres that they're on. Oh, yeah. No, they won't be able to come in and get new tyres and go. I'll have to do consecutive laps. Which I believe Noah might be the only one who's able to switch tyres and go again, because he's not left Sector 1 yet. So I think he did go to the pits.
And Chase Elliott fan, he crosses the line, his lap is invalidated. He still yet has to set a valid time.
Yeah.
Or he's gonna be stuck up in 10th by the end of the session.
On a lap, but he's not green in any sectors, beating any personal
Not
best.
having the best of
me
that
and
time.
CTF are beating personal best in Sector 2. How he's in Q3, no idea.
Big crazy that CTF is in Q3 considering that he drives on an iPad.
Sure.
One of the wackier drivers.
Anyway, here comes a boot GP of Noah Gamer, starting his last lap, I believe, or maybe he'll get one more. Yeah, so he's on new tires. I'm gonna watch him. So,
He's on the back straight. DRS.
no slipstream though, which could be.
And Chase crashed on the roundabout, which means that is his qualifying session over, I believe.
Well, maybe. Well, yeah, it is. But Noah Gamer, right now, not green, not improving. The Sector 1s is still a good Sector 1 though, 24.6. Going into
Looks
Sector
like we're
2,
on
not
course
green
for a
again.
Noah pole. Unless
Sector 2 is
Acer
slower
can
than
beat him.
Woosop's Sector 2. Who's just gone across the
Randomizer.
line.
Randomizer in P7, double greens.
Yeah, let's watch. Where is he? Is he behind? Yeah, he's in. Yeah, Randomizer is ahead of Noah, so he'll cross the line first for a lap, which is pretty much his first proper lap. The other ones have been quite slow. Randomizer crosses the line, he's only 6th.
Only P6.
That is it.
But I think he still has one more lap. This is his final lap before the checkered flag.
Next driver, Noah Gamer, who's stopped. That's it, I think. Noah Gamer stopped.
Acer has crashed.
It's crashed.
That's his qualifying
The only
over.
guy who can improve is Randomizer. If he's on a lap, which he's not.
I think we are on
Randomizer isn't
course
on a
for a
lap.
Noah pole.
We'll see. Yeah, Noah's done. Acer is done. Acer was on a okay lap as well. Wow. And Woosop is done.
Interesting qualifying session.
Woosop ran wide and finishes, and that is it. I believe wasn't as a much of a shootout as I expected. But no, again, it is on pole. My realistic prediction was right.